Yo, so we've got a brand new free-to-play first-person shooter that just dropped on Steam called FragPunk. And what I really wanted to know is it juicy? Or is it just another forgettable shooter? So what's the deal? Well, we got hero abilities, fast-paced gunplay, and a weird little shard card system that lets you change the rules mid-match and can be completely broken, but more on that in a bit. With that sales pitch, I really couldn't help myself, so I loaded up this bad boy and spent a few hours with the game, and I wanted to break it all down. Gameplay, mechanics, monetization, everything, and by the end I answered the big question: is FragPunk worth your time? The basics. FragPunk is a 5 vs 5 hero-based first-person shooter, developed by Bad Guitar Studio, which is a banger name if you know what I'm saying, and published by NetEase Games. It's been running in closed alphas and open betas for years, and it's dropped on Steam finally a few weeks ago, with console versions coming later this year. And if you're on PC, you can grab it right now for the amazing asking price of $0. At first glance, the game feels like a mix of Valorant had a threesome with the Overwatch and Apex Legend, but Mr. CSGO snuck in at the very end and joined the party, and out came this funky first-person shooter with a unique twist, that is the shard card system. Before each round, team pick up to 3 cards that can do anything from give infinite ammo to making enemy heads gigantic, increase movement speed, more HP, you name it, it's in there. It's meant to keep every round fresh, but does it actually work? I'll get back to that. Gameplay and first impressions. First impressions, it's actually fun. Gunplay, solid. You can run, gun and shoot without any movement penalties, and the time to kill sits somewhere between Valorant and Apex. The general flow is really good and it favors players who've been blessed with a decent aim. Now in regards to movement, it's somewhat slower than I expected. I mean, the gunplay makes you want to go fast and be aggressive, but movement speed kinda feels sluggish, like my grandmother with a double hip replacement type of sluggish. And I'm not the only one who noticed. I mean, some of the Steam reviews mentioned the same thing. Apparently speed was nerfed from the previous playtests. I'm sure you can use shards to boost movement speed, but overall it does feel a little bit off and might need some tweaking. That said, the gunplay is satisfyingly juicy, with juicy effects, crunchy kill sounds and a solid variety of weapons. Pistols, SMGs, shotguns, snipers, you name it, it's there. And the nice thing is that there's no in-game economy here. You pick whatever gun you want, and if you die you lose it and that's it. Each match is short, it's based on 7 rounds, and if it's tied like 3 vs 3, there's a sudden death 1 vs 1 mode where each player takes turn dueling. I love this. I mean, it's literally a penalty shootout for first person games, and honestly, 10 out of 10. Heroes or Lances. The game has 10ish heroes or lances, each with unique abilities. They're fun to play, but not as game changing as say Overwatch abilities and heroes. It's more about gunplay and shard cards than real hero power. You start with 5 unlocked and can unlock more heroes as you play the game, or by throwing some of your hard-earned money at the game as well. Is it pay to win? I mean, technically you can unlock everything in the game for free, but it will probably take you just about 72 billion years of gameplay in order to unlock it. But I guess if you wanna skip the grind, money talks. The shard card system. Now let's talk about the shard cards. These things can completely change how a round plays out. Some are hilarious, like making enemy heads bigger for easier headshots, or turning your entire magazine into one giant mag so you never have to reload. Others are kind of broken, like you can remove a bomb site from the map, reveal all enemies after a plant, or make every shot a critical strike. I mean, don't tell me that's not broken. It's fun, but it's also chaotic, and in ranked play it might be a balancing nightmare, but for casual play, absolute chaos in the very best way. Game modes. This bad boy offers a variety of juicy game modes, like Shard Clash, which is your standard 5 vs 5 typical plant and defuse mode. There's also a battle rotation, which is a team deathmatch, free for all, kill confirmed. It keeps rotating to give you the extra amount of spice. There's an arcade playlist, the outbreak of survival and infection type of mode, and last but not least, ranked mode for the tryhards, which first unlocks at around level 30, so you gotta put in the time to join that. And honestly, the amount of casual modes is surprising and refreshing for once. It doesn't all have to be tryhard. Monetization. Ah yes, the classic free-to-play monetization. The game has everything: daily missions, weekly missions, seasonal missions, my mother's missions, grandmother missions, achievement battle passes, skins, weapon, charms, stickers, premium currency. I mean, you goddamn name it, it has it for money and real money and claim money. The game will let you buy skins, character bundles, and even a monthly subscription that gives you access to all of the lances and premium goodies. It's not aggressively pay to win, but you can pay to unlock heroes instantly, which give you an advantage. Well, you'll have to see how this balances out throughout time, but now you know. Performance. Good news is, I think the game runs pretty smooth. I played it on an i5 RTX 2060 and 16GB of RAM, and it held 100-ish FPS if the door to the outside was open. I think it's a pretty good sign that this game is fairly competitive on low-end machines, and it will allow anyone pretty much to run it just fine. And let's just look each other straight into the eye and be honest, when was the last time a well-optimized game was released in 2025? Miracles do exist. The final verdict: should you play FragPunk? Absolutely yes. I mean, if you like Valorant, CS or Apex, this is gonna be fun, fast-paced shooter with a unique twist. It's completely free, it's only 30GB, and it doesn't need a beastie PC, so I mean, what's there not to like? There might be some adjustments coming soon from the developer, a little bit more microtransaction, maybe a reduction in the power of the shards and their complexity, but at the end of the day, the foundation for FragPunk is pretty good. Are you already playing, by the way? I mean, if you are, drop your thoughts in the comment section. I would love to hear if we agree on this point. And if you enjoyed the video, hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't, it really helps, and stay tuned for more free-to-play game coverage. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.